Hello Pisces, so I'm doing your weekly tarot for June the 15th to the 22nd. I'm going to take a look at what is going on in your situation. We'll find out why it's happening. We're looking at what's going on in your blind spot, figuring out anything that's working for you at this time. And of course, we're seeing how it is likely going to play out with guidance and healing messages right at the end. Okay, right, so you have got relax and hold. Oh, relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Right, so some kind of shadow work messages here, Pisces. Now, obviously that works off the Jungian theories of shadow work, okay? Not what some people have been saying, which is like, oh, black magic, why are you talking about that? It's not anything at all to do with black magic, okay? I'm sick of hearing that. It's literally making peace with our own trauma, digging deep within our own psyche, within the reasons why we do certain things. Finding root causes for things, finding our hidden skills, talents and abilities that we were led to believe were somehow wrong, weird or faulty. Do you know what I mean? All of that can be found through doing that shadow work, that inner work, all of the stuff that we don't traditionally like to look at. Having to look at that, having to unpick it, having to make peace with it, and then starting to integrate skills, talents and abilities that we had kept hidden, right? That's a healthy shadow work. So this one says, leap into your next cycle of life and don't hesitate. Be free to act. So relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Now, when you relax in the hold of darkness, when you do the shadow work, that inner work, they're saying, look, don't fight against it. Now, the darkness here, it can also indicate the things that you're afraid of, right? Which again ties in with doing the inner work. What is it that you're afraid of? What is it that's stopping you from leaping into your next cycle of life? It's likely going to be the uncertainty, well, I don't know what to expect. I'm not sure what's going to happen next. I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't know what the result is going to be, okay? All of those things can stop us from taking the calculated and necessary risks in life in order to get further ahead, right? So lean into your next cycle of life. You could be fighting against certain changes that are going on at this time, certain things that are outside of your control. That is a perfectly normal, natural human response to feeling like, I didn't instigate this change. This is happening to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. Therefore, I'm going to fight back against this, okay? This is saying, Pisces, for your situation, don't fight back against it, but instead see if you can instigate a few of your own changes here so that you can be more empowered, more in control of the things that are going on around you, okay? Do not hesitate. Be free to act. Only you're going to know what the answer is behind why you're holding yourself back, why you're stopping yourself from trying things, doing things, exploring with new things, okay? Only you can answer those questions, and only you can do everything about it as well. Pandora's gift. Okay, so this one says, you were born to strut your soul stuff. So you weren't born to play a small part, Pisces, okay? Surrender misplaced guilt that is either put on you or is being given out to others, okay? So are you misplacing guilt onto other people, or other people misplacing guilt onto you? It's probably others putting guilt onto you. That's probably what's keeping you stuck, making you feel like you have to play a small part, when Spirit is encouraging you, don't be a wallflower. Okay, breaking free from criticisms and from power games. Interesting. It really says a lot there, doesn't it? And with it being Pandora's gift, once you unlock your gifts, your abilities, your confidence, there's not going to be any going back, okay? Now, she has a mask in her hands, but she's not wearing it, okay? She doesn't need it anymore. So there are certain things that you're currently doing, Pisces, likely out of habit, that you don't need to do anymore. There are certain responsibilities that you're still carrying, that you're still wearing, that you don't need to carry or wear anymore, okay? The Lovers, union. That can be union with another person. It can be union with your higher self, union with spirit. Again, take it as it resonates. And then you've got the Eight of Pentacles too, for your situation. With the Five of Pentacles, yeah. I suspect that there's something going on here within a significant relationship that you have with another person, not necessarily romantic, although for some it could be, where basically that other person is making you feel like you're not good enough. Okay, so my previous suspicions were correct about you having someone else misplace their guilt and projecting their crap and bullshit onto you, and you've been carrying that. You can safely put that down. It's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. You don't have to wear it. You don't have to carry it. That sounds very similar to one of your readings that I've done for you quite recently, Pisces. So yeah, some of you might not have seen that yet because I don't typically get a lot of views on our Pisces readings. A lot of that is to do with lack of activity. Okay, so if you do find your readings on my channel helpful for you, a simple case of hitting the like button or putting a little emoji comment down in the comments box. Any and all activity, Pisces, is going to help you to stay connected with my channel. Okay, so yeah, ultimately what you're looking at here is feelings of worth, low self-worth that has been put onto you, and then you've been carrying that. Oh, the Star wants to come out. Interesting. Right, so yeah, let's take that one out. There is chaotic energy that's going on. Okay, there definitely is a chaotic personality. I feel that that's what you're dealing with here. So the Star, the Three of Wands, what else for Pisces situation? It's time to move on. That's off balance, the High Priestess, yeah. Someone's not paying attention to their instincts or to their intuition here, okay? The sooner, I feel that this might be you, Pisces, you might have lost faith or confidence in your own intuition. That can come from feeling low, down, negative. It can come from being lied to. It can come from being gaslit on a regular basis. That all of those things absolutely do destroy the connection that a person has with their own instincts and with their own higher self, okay? So the sooner you repair the relationship with your higher self, the better, and the quicker you're going to see progress happen. Okay, that's like step one that you're needing to look at here, the relationship that you have with yourself, with your higher self. It's more than possible, of course it is, because you got the Star and the Three of Wands here. Growth is available to you, progress, advancement, it is all available to you. It's just at the moment you're in this difficult place of, I'm not really feeling it at the moment, or I'm not really feeling up to it right now, okay? Collaborative dreaming. So this is your catalytic energy, and it says indicates working with others that leads to potential disputes, feeling unheard within a group setting. Yeah. So the catalyst is you feeling like you have got something to prove, like you have to prove yourself, like you have to force people to listen. Okay. And then potentially also what's going on with this is you might not know how to advocate for yourself, okay? Especially if you've been playing a small part for a prolonged period of time, and then that sense of self has been shattered, the connection with self has been broken. Yeah, you're not going to necessarily know how to advocate for yourself in the most effective manner. And as soon as I say that, you get the Five of Wands. Trials of strength. Okay, discord, disputes, clash of egos, things being unnecessarily complicated. The waters have been muddied. It's a catalytic energy. Every time you try and advocate for yourself, it feels like you're being made out to be combative. Yeah, you know what I mean, argumentative, right, abrasive, someone else making out basically like you're the problem, right? Again, feeds back into this High Priestess off balance. So you can see all of the different negative loops here that are feeding into themselves. Okay. Justice, yeah, for the catalytic energy. Now you're wanting fair treatment. Now you're wanting that fairness, that balance, that equality. Now you're feeling that fighting spirit come to life. Which means for the other person, watch out, there's trouble ahead. Because now Pisces is really feeling that fighting spirit reawaken within them that has been in this deep, dark slumber for such a long time. Once your fighting spirit has been reawoken, Pisces, there is no putting that back to sleep. None. Okay? Let this process happen. Albeit uncomfortable, let it happen. Trust me on this. Your blind spot, conscious connections. And this one says, are willing to honor your differences, an opening for heart-to-heart conversations that can restore or salvage broken friendships or relationships. Okay, so this is you getting to that point where you will be able to make your voice heard. Okay, in your blind spot, it's saying, right, yes, damage has been done here. Damage has been done to you. Damage has been done to this relationship, this connection, situationship, whatever this might be. But it's not unfixable. Okay, as soon as you start advocating for yourself and standing up for yourself, Pisces, you will earn that respect that you have been needing, that you have been missing out on. And that is guaranteed. Okay, guaranteed. As soon as you start demanding respect by advocating for yourself, people will start to take you seriously. And that's the whole entire issue here, Pisces, is someone or people in general have not been taking you seriously. Okay? The Two of Pentacles. For your subconscious energy, for your blind spot. This is you weighing up all of your options. This is you weighing up your possibilities, the choices that are available to you. This is you getting to the point where you're like, okay, do you know what? I need to find balance here. I need to strike a happy medium. And right now, this shit ain't working for me. There is everything that I'm going to do about it. This is very practical energy. It's very grounded energy because it's Pentacles. it's Pentacles energy. And I know a lot of people typically tend to overlook the Two of Pentacles. Oh, because it's just a 2. It's a very low number. It's really important. Finding that balance and striking that happy medium is so, so utterly imperative. Okay. And it's in your blind spot. So your instincts are screaming out to you, I need to do this. But not only that, Pisces, once you start doing it, you're going to have to keep doing it. Because it's the Two of Pentacles. Okay? It's circular, cyclical. Once you start doing it, keep doing it. The Two of Pentacles is saying, this is not a one and done thing. Okay? This is you relearning new habits, healthy habits. It's going to help you out long term, and you're going to have to keep at it. Okay? So once you start advocating for yourself, you don't then next week suddenly decide, okay, yeah, I advocated for myself last week, so I don't ever have to do that ever again anymore. No, 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 no. Once you start advocating for yourself, you have to keep doing it. Okay? What else for Pisces blind spot? Okay, I'm feeling that energetically, it feels like someone is breathing a huge sigh of relief. Because they're going from feeling bad, rotten, awful, guilty, to genuinely feeling like, I got this. I've got control of this now. I can do this. The Six of Cups, yeah, it's the single best gift that you can give to yourself. Sometimes, yes, Six of Cups can indicate soulmate connections. Okay, it can indicate nostalgia because it is intrinsically tied into past energies. It's also about gifts. Okay, it's also about reunions, joy, happiness, healing, comfort, okay, pleasure. Six of Cups is all of those things too. So this is saying your experience in life is going to be a lot happier, more comfortable, and you will start to feel a lot safer, especially within group settings, within your own skin. Okay, you will start to feel more in harmony, not just with yourself, but with the world around you. Once you start putting into practice everything that you're currently learning about advocating for yourself, okay? But there's not only that self-advocation that we keep going on about, it's also that self-respect and letting your actions demand respect from others. Okay, listening for truth, for what is working for you at this time. And it says feeling the truth before you hear it. So that's like clear cognizance, again, your instincts, your intuition. Okay, you already know what the truth is before it's spoken out loud. Okay, can indicate toxic shame that is unhealed. Truth always eventually prevails. Okay, so truth always eventually prevails. Now, if this is about a situation where you have been accused of doing things that you haven't done, okay, that can really affect the relationship that you have with yourself, your connection to your higher self as well. Again, misplaced guilt. If anyone has been scapegoating you for anything that you know full well you're not responsible for, all of that is incredibly damaging, incredibly toxic. Okay, you can safely put that down and walk away from it. Even better, You can give it back to the person who tried to force you to carry it on their behalf in the first place. Okay? That's really going to work for you. The Two of Cups, yeah. This one feels like repair work, the Two of Cups. So it's been affecting the types of relationships that you've been involved with, that you have been connected with. Okay. With you refusing to carry someone else's toxic guilt and shame and all the rest of it. As one of your cards is coming out with the Hangman, Pisces. You're seeing the truth now. You're living the truth. You're now living in reality. And what a powerful move that is. You're seeing everything now from a different perspective, because you've probably gone for years and years and years believing that you were to blame for this, that and the next, yada, yada, yada. You've probably been carrying some sort of toxic guilt for very many years. And now finally you're seeing the truth of the situation. And once that revelation is made, again, Pandora's energy there's no going back. There's no going back. You know what this reads to me like, Pisces? This reads to me like an empath who has been pushed to their absolute limit and has become, I think they call it a dark empath. I can't quite remember the terminology that they're using for it. But yeah, do go check that out, okay? Because I am distinctly picking up on that kind of energy. I genuinely am. Follow your own rhythm for how this is likely going to play out. Now, you're going to be marching to the beat of your own drum. Now, you're going to be deciding what is right for you in the right moment. Releasing unhealthy attachments or beliefs. Yep. You cannot miss what you're destined for, so your destiny will not pass you by. Trust in the life cycles and feel the balance between effort and release. Okay, so it's remembering there's a time and a place for everything, right? There's a time and a place to push yourself to the next level, and there's a time and a place for you to surrender and release. Okay, it's knowing when to do what in the right moment. You're gonna find that flow comes in very, very easily, right? That ability for you to make the best decisions for yourself in the right moment. You're gonna find that comes so naturally to you, so easily. Following your own rhythm, not forcing anything, not needing to. Okay, I love it. I mean, it's liberation. Liberation of the mind, of your heart, of your soul. It's all types of liberation here. Six of Pentacles, there it is. This one is very much like the Justice card here, but to a slightly lesser degree. Okay. And I love how you've already had the Justice card out, and then you're getting the Six of Pentacles as how this is likely going to play out. So you're giving and receiving help. You are now going to be involved with and a part of healthy, balanced, stable relationships and connections with healthy, balanced, stable people. Right? You're going to be attracting a much different, a much happier, healthier caliber of person into your sphere of influence. And those are the types of relationships and connections that you're going to be nurturing, that you're going to be a part of. Okay, with that Six of Pentacles. And it's respect. It is respect. So finally, you're getting the respect that you deserve. Finally, yeah, look, see, the Ace of Cups, unconditional love. genuine, true, unconditional love is what you're going to be giving and receiving. You've got these cards that have come out off balance. It's the Emperor with the Three of Pentacles. Walking away from people who just want to control you. Walking away from those who are just wanting to domineer over your every decision, over your life. Okay, you're walking away from those people who carry traits to them that would negatively impact you in every single way. Okay, and the Three of Pentacles, now you could be walking away from a whole group of people here, right, that you realized they don't allow me to have my autonomy. They don't allow me to make my own decisions. So therefore, I'm not going to have anything to do with these individuals. They are not for me. They are not my peoples. Okay. You're going to be cultivating respectful, healthy, and collaborative relationships from here on in. Boss move. Yeah. Sun at the bottom of the deck, which is your strongest overall energies. This is saying, Pisces, you've got a lot to look forward to. A lot. You cannot skip this process, though. Okay, you have to go through this process. This is joy, happiness, a lot of growth, optimism. It's a return of health, right? It's healthy thoughts, healthy mind, healthy heart, healthy soul. It's all types of health, all types of growth, okay? Keeping that positive outlook as well. It's you deep down knowing, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. And I know that because it feels good, it feels right, and it feels natural, right? That's all sun energy as well. Beautiful. Right, let's get you some healing messages. What else for Pisces, please? You have some healing and guidance for Pisces. Thank you. Overcome. Absolutely phenomenal messages, Pisces. Breakthrough, persevere, achieve success, overcome. So the difficulties, the darkness that first came out in those two cards there, you will overcome this. There is no question. Find the exit. You're wrapping up this chapter of your life. It is time to move on gracefully now. Yep. No excuses needed. And I love how that door is green as well, because that can indicate healing from grief, recovery. Okay. You honoring your own emotions in a healthy manner. What else for Pisces? You being able to quickly and easier recognize when other people are being unhealthy influences. Candlelight, bright ideas, glowing from within. It takes just a spark and old flames never die. Now, I feel that this is saying, Pisces, you're absolutely going to be glowing. And any of these creative ideas and inspirations that you have, you are going to be taking the initiative to begin those new projects. Could be new creative projects, okay? Could be feeling incredibly hopeful and optimistic for the future and all of the things that you can now do, because you're no longer going to be engaged with individuals who are determined to hold you back and to have you play a small part. Yeah, you're embracing your passions. Build desire, rekindle love, pursue what you want. Yeah. That's you remembering who the fuck you are, straightening your crown and going, right, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this new chapter. Here's what I'm going to do. right? And then you've got it all planned out and then effortlessly crossing things off your list. Enchanted. Your path has led you to a defining moment that will change your destiny. So you have changed up the trajectory of your own life. You were on one trajectory that didn't look very good, didn't look very hopeful. You've changed that up. You did this, Pisces. No one else. Yes, you have had spiritual guidance and backup. For the most part, though, you've done this. You have overcome everything that has been thrown at you. You have done this. Okay, so let's take a look at some cheeky words of wisdom from the shitty deck, just for a little bit of light-hearted fun at the end of your reading, okay? Right, so it says, the first chapter of your life will not matter as much as the last chapter of your life. It will show you how well you have carried yourself through all of the shitty obstacles thrown your way, and you're going to realize that you have won by how much you have grown. Now, if that's not on point for the context of your read, Pisces, then I don't know what is. I don't think you could have pulled a better, more appropriate message than that. And you have to get up every morning and say to yourself, I can do this shit. That one's on point as well. I know this deck is supposed to be a bit of cheeky fun, but bloody hell, sometimes it really is great at hitting that mark. But yeah, that is what I have for you today, Pisces. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.